Jai Shri friends, the Jewish temple has 5 parts. The last part is for the Gentiles. Above it, there is a space for the women. The third part is separated for the Jewish men alone. The second part is where the priests and the choir remain during worship. And the topmost area is the Holy of Holies, where the priest on whom the lot falls goes and offers the incense for the remission of sins. For the Jews, sacrifice was the prime important way to worship the Lord, and since common men who traveled several days to the temple found it difficult to bring sheep or their cattle for sacrifice, market was a help for them. Jerusalem, being a big business hub, and the temple itself being a famous pilgrim center, were visited by many foreigners like the Greeks and the Romans. Offering coins in the treasure chest was also a popular form of worship. Nevertheless, the Jewish coins were only permitted as others were considered to be defiled. Thus, money exchange was a helping hand for many. This business, which took place in the Gentiles' worship area, had also so become a place of exploitation. The spotless animals from the poor were rejected several times, and a forced situation was created to buy animals from the market for an exorbitant price. It is in this context the gospel today delivers some important messages. First, however helpful or significant a thing is, anything out of place is a dirt. The transactions or other business was good, but should not have taken place in the temple, which was particularly meant for prayer and worship, especially for the Gentiles and the outcasts. For instance, however good a book is, on the dining table, it's a dirt. We need to learn to make this difference to have basic order and cleanliness in life. Secondly, the worship had turned to be a means of exploitation. Note, this is the second chapter in the Gospel, and we see an intolerant, aggressive Jesus showing us clearly how he hated all sorts of social injustice and how he dared to speak courageously, which cost him even his life. Introspect. Are we exploiting others or indirectly becoming means of exploitation? Thirdly, I doubt Jesus had flown off the handle, as in the past 30 years of his life, he must have visited the temple several times and seen all these unpleasant things which were hard for him to digest, and this gradually forced him in course of time to take such a deliberate outrage. Reflect. Are my actions often stemming out from emotions, or do I adequately reason them? Finally, as the temple is sacred, so is my body, which is the temple of God. Have I offered them sacredly before God? Jesus did it, and so, though his body was mutilated, it got restored to life through resurrection.